Firstly, I want to start by saying thank you for all the advice I received from all of you. It was helpful. To those who were looking for a malicious compliance response from me, I believe you will be disappointed. I just don't think that would be the smartest way to handle things, and quite frankly, be a little immature this early on to my stay here. Secondly, I would like to explain a few things. S has been living in this apartment for well over a year. Our rental company works like student housing. All 4 of us have separate leases, and we each pay our own room and use the shared space. You can rent a room for as little as 1 month, but up to 2 years. 3, when a tenant is already living in the apartment, they get an email showing them the profile of a potential new tenant. You can sign a form that is a notice of decline if you do not want to live with a replacement tenant. S tried to sign that for all 3 of us who moved in, and I assume has done it to most people who've tried to live in the apartment with her. I'm pretty sure S has some form of contamination OCD, which explains but does not excuse a lot of her weird behavior when it comes to separate trash cans, long showers, and not wanting to have other people's dishes in the dishwasher with her things. Obviously, this is not something I can bring up with her directly, as it would be completely inappropriate, but it seems like this is the case. Last night, S moved the boxes that were blocking the doorway of the other tenant, before and after, picture above, before, after. Oh, how nice. Thank you. I now have met that tenant, P, and he is not as concerned with the situation as he will only be living with us for a month. I'm glad she moved the boxes. They are now on another table in the shared living space. While it is now no longer a hazard related to P's doorway, it still violates the lease terms because our shared space is being used as her personal storage unit. That's my thing. Like, get a storage unit. I'm sure they have one in the building. Or get rid of some of your honestly. This morning we had a cleaning lady come in with the rental company when new tenants move in. That was all fine until I heard S laughing with the cleaning lady, and I stepped outside into the common area to see what was going on. As soon as I walk out, S asked the cleaning lady if they can talk about something outside. I would only assume she was complaining about us. I bet she was literally saying,
"Oh my God, look at them. They're so messy. Look at all this stuff in the common area."
I had a roommate that used to do that. She refused to do dishes, and like, you know, being me, I was the one that always did the dishes, and she would never do dishes. And then one time I was like, I'm not going to do all these dishes. You don't do the dishes. So the dishes just started piling up, and I was just like on strike. I was like, that I'm not doing your dishes one more time. And she would bring people into the apartment and be like,
"Oh my God, Charlotte's so messy. Like, look at this pile of dishes she didn't do.
And it's her dishes! And she never ended up doing the dishes. She ended up throwing them out. I gotta say, I really love this series because I have so many crazy stories about roommates. I have been through the ringer. And on my travels, on my adventures, I have learned that it's just better to live in harmony and to clean up, you know, as a nice gesture. And hopefully that roommate matches your energy and also cleans up after you sometimes. It's just this beautiful community of shared space and living. You know what I mean? As for the report I made to our rental company, I have yet to hear back. Supposedly they will be calling us today and telling her to remove her belongings from the living room. And if nothing changes in a few days, they will escalate. Yeah, I'm gonna need to escalate this. Anne has now made a report that also documents the antagonistic behavior as displayed when he was taking a tour of the apartment alongside the issue of her belongings. He's not heard anything back. Overall, while I can empathize with the potential of her struggling with contamination OCD, her behavior toward us was extremely rude and uncalled for. I'm hoping that pressure from the rental company can force her into getting a storage unit or throwing away some of the empty boxes in the living room. I don't know if there's really much else the rental company can do with regards to her behavior to new tenants, but we'll see. Yeah, this honestly sounds like the situation I had when I lived in New York. I feel like this is quite common. You can work with these companies and with real estate agents to they will find you a room in a shared space, and then they find other tenants to fill the shared space. But ain't no way in hell if you can afford that, then why would you live in a situation like this where there's other roommates? Where the boxes are now. Get the fuck out of my face. No. So we do have another update because everyone is, I'm sure, curious